The battle for Terrebonne is getting more and more heated as we currently speak, going from Liberal to Bloc to Liberal, and now we have a final count where the Liberals won by a single vote. But news has surfaced that a woman had mailed in a ballot and it wasn't counted, and she just so happened to vote for the Bloc Québécois, which would tie the Terrebonne riding completely. Bloc Québécois leader has asked the court to order a rerun of the election. We also have a lot of incredibly stupid questions from reporters here that we're going to get into, and Blanchette, no filter, destroys every single one of them.
When did you speak with Prime Minister Carney, and how concerned are you about misinformation circulating about this riding?
I do not give a damn about misinformation. The situation is quite clear. The judge has established that the Bloc Québécois would have lost the riding by one vote. The vote appeared in the hands of a citizen in a very clear fashion, and in that situation, the law requires the election to be done all over again in the riding of Terrebonne. This is what we expect. But since, I don't know what's the name in English of Élections Canada, but since they cannot by themselves ask for the election to be repeated, we have to bring this situation in front of a judge in a court in order to do the election all over again.
Do you think that sets a precedent that you won't accept official election results from Elections Canada, and you're not willing to listen to the vote of the people when your party doesn't win?
I'm not getting into that. I'm sorry to rain on the spectacular parade, but this is not my mindset. There's a law, it appears clear, we have a case, we go forward because we want this election to be held properly, and that's it.
And that's literally all it comes down to. Every vote should be counted. I don't care which party it's for. That's how the election works. And you have reporters trying to throw him under the bus, trying to spin this whole narrative and say, oh, why don't you just accept a Liberal victory in that riding? Once again, the mainstream media running defense for the Liberal Party doesn't shock me at all. And even Blanchette is completely fed up with this garbage.
What is the legal advice that you've been getting that makes you feel like you have a basis to make this contestation before a superior court?
All I just told you.
Have you spoken
That's
with
what I said.
But
No, I will choose the answer.
But my colleague also just said that the law is the law, and it says that the law is there. Why do you think that you have a basis? What is the legal advice you're getting on this?
I have a legal advice by a lawyer, and we are going forward because the law is clear. It is not within the premise of Élections Canada. Too bad for them. There are options. We are taking options now.
In 2011, there is this legal precedent where the Liberals went all the way to Supreme Court against the Conservatives, and the Supreme Court ended up upholding the Conservative win in that case. So I guess I'm just wondering, in your legal advice, did this come up, and why do you think you do have a precedent to go forward here?
You will have to be patient about that kind of questions. There will be a person in the courtroom that will answer all of that in front of a judge, and I will not.
Just in English about your confidence in the institutions, including Elections Canada?
I won't allow myself to comment on my level of confidence of Elections Canada. We have a case that will be tabled in court, and the judges will decide.
What has it been like? What has it been like for you over the last couple of weeks since the election to go through all of this, understanding that at one point you were declared the winner and now you are not?
Of course, I mean, this expression has been used many times before. It's a roller coaster. Nevertheless, I'm lucky to be well surrounded, not only by my party, but also by peers and the population that supports me is very confident in our case as well.
How quickly share some sort of timelines that we can expect here? What's the next steps in terms of your court case? When can we expect an update?
My leader just answered all these questions about the next steps.
Do you think this was wrongdoing, or was it incompetence?
Again, my leader just answered all these
I
questions.
don't think we got to ask him that. Do you think this was wrongdoing or incompetence?
He certainly didn't answer that question.
There may be wrongdoing without the intention of performing wrongdoing. It's, of course, a mistake, which has been admitted with the consequences of this admission.
It totally comes off as complete and utter incompetence across the board here, along with the fact that the mail-in ballot system should have been abolished. A mail-in system is just a disaster. It's moments like this where the mainstream media just continues to show they have no credibility and they are completely biased. The reporter essentially flat out said, just accept the fact that you lost the riding, even though there's more ballots that haven't been counted. Yes, it is one seat, but one seat can dictate quite a bit. I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you haven't already, hit the sub button, and I will see you in the next one.